Hello everybody, welcome to AGA's CAD webinar Automation of Complex MEP Hangers and Supports in Revit. First of all, I would like to ask you to raise your hands if you can see my screen and if you can hear my voice. So you can do that in GoToWebinar dialog block. Okay, I see that you can see my screen and you can hear my voice. So welcome to the session. My name is Jacob. I'm application engineer here in AGA CAD. You can see me with a happy birthday cap because today we are celebrating Navisworks 20th anniversary. So just wanted to mention that on today's webinar. Who we are. So we are AJCAD and we're developing software for BIM acceleration, and we're reducing BIM stress while eliminating unnecessary tasks in BIM processes. So how we do that, we're creating software, we're creating automations and eliminating some unnecessary jobs. So today in this webinar you will see how to automate the layout of complex hangers and supports in Revit, and we're gonna learn some things right here. We're gonna start from really simple things like hanger spacing, hanger sizing, hanger on insulated ducts pipes, sloped pipe hangers, as well as some connection possibilities to any structures. As well, I will go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper with every example that I have today. So we're gonna go to multi-run hangers or double stack, triple stack hangers, multi-level hangers like cable trays, as you can see here in this GIF, as well multi-run and multi-level hangers, and I'm gonna finish with hangers over the level 9000. Okay, just joking about that. So I'm gonna use only one software. The software name is MEP Hanger, so it enables the instant large-scale insertion of hangers and supports through a Revit model for ducts, pipes, cable trays, and conduits. The hangers can connect to any structural or architectural elements. Structure or architectural models can be linked. As well, it can be used for accurate bill of materials, builders work drawings, and for example for assembly on site using BIM to field features. I don't want to speak about everything just literally because it's not very interesting for me. I just want to jump into the Revit. One thing, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask them just immediately. I'll try to answer them if I see them. So you can do that in the questions tab. So I'm gonna see that just in a second. So I'm going to start. The first thing that I have here is hanger spacing. So right here I have three different situations. So one is the fixed number hangers, another is fixed distance, and the third one is no longer than fixed distance. So I'm taking the line-based element. This is my round duct, and I'm choosing one of these families that I have loaded to my project, and I'm just choosing one of the rules that I have here. So I'm arraying fixed number of hangers on the duct top face, and I'm just inserting that to the model. So as you can see, I have 3 hangers, so that means I have fixed number of hangers per one element. Another idea what I can do with the software, I can use a fixed distance. For example, I have the rule that is arraying the hangers on duct top face with fixed distance from start to end. And I'm telling that I have a start and end offset of 200, and the step between hangers are like 2 meters. I'm inserting that to the model. I get 11 elements, as you can see. We're gonna measure that afterwards. And the last one that I have here, for example, it's no longer than fixed distance. So let's try to use this rule. I'm using kind of the same values like the steps of 2000 millimeters and 200 start and end offset. And instead of getting 11 hangers on it, I'm getting 12 hangers on it. Just close that and let's check what do we have here. So I'm having something here as 200 mils. Between two hangers I'm having 2 meters, and here I'm having between two hangers I'm having something smaller, as you can see here. So I have a fixed distance between every hanger. I have the same distance, and here I have kind of the same distance between all the hangers, but this distance is kind of different. Why it's so? It is because here we have the last hanger, and we have to split the line-based element equally, and right here I can't place the hanger if I'm using the rule that the fixed hangers, because the last hanger should be somewhere out of this element. So this is what we have for layout. So we can choose different rules. We have some special things for sizing. For example, what I have here, it's 4 different categories and 5 different elements. I'm using the round ductwork. I'm taking one of these hangers, I'm putting those hangers on each of the elements. And what do I have here? It's kind of the layout of elements, and as you can see, all the elements are sized in accordance to my element size. The same if I'm going with rectangular ones. I'm just taking another hanger in this case. For example, the Unistrut hanger, I'm using the same rule. I'm inserting that into the model. I have something similar. Just if we're going to take a look from this perspective, you're going to see that all the hangers are sized immediately, so you don't have to think about the sizing, etc. If you have changes in the model, we have the update possibility. Okay, what about the pipe work? So let's go to the pipe work. We have some hangers for the pipes. We're taking the pipe hanger. I'm taking one of the rule, and I'm inserting those hangers to my model. Let's take a look from the closer view. As you can see, all the pipe hangers are sized as well immediately. Let's go with another example. The hangers for cable trays. So as you can see, the tool has all the line-based element hangers and all the possibilities to hang all of them. So it's just your choice how you're gonna use that. And one more thing, as you can see, the cable tray hanger, and the last piece that I have here, it's conduit hanger. So I'm trying to involve you in the process, just to understand how everything is working here in this software. And the last one, it's the conduit itself. As you can see, somewhere we have 3 hangers, somewhere 2, somewhere 3, again 2. That's because of the distances between hangers and the conduit length. But what I wanted to show, it's the sizing. So as you can see, the elements are sized just immediately. Another example, what I have here, it's the third example. What do we have here? It's insulation, how we can manage the insulation. So let's go to each of these elements. I'm taking the ductwork, the insulation. I'm taking one of the hangers and I'm placing that on my hanger. Yeah, just take a closer look. As you can see, my hangers are placed on the insulation. The same if I'm taking rectangular ones. I'm just going here, I'm just taking another rectangular hanger family, and I'm trying to put that on it. Okie dokie, and let's take a closer look. So as you can see, the hangers are just below the insulation and the rods are on the outer faces of this element. The same is with the pipe work. So I'm showing only those two examples with ductwork and pipe work because we don't have any insulation for cable trays or conduits. Again, the same idea. I'm taking that, I'm inserting that to the model. So once again, let's get here and take a look. As you can see, we have the hangers. Sometimes users are asking, is it possible to place the hanger on the pipe itself, not on the insulation? Yes, it is possible. So I just use the type parameter, that is placing my hanger on the insulation or just under the insulation. So that are the examples about the insulation. Another quite interesting example is with the sloped pipe. How can we manage the slopes inside the hanger software? So it's kind of easy. Again, it's just a family thing. I'm just taking one of the hangers and placing it on the duct, on the pipe, and as you can see, all the elements are just connected. So if I'm doing any changes for my pipe work, as you can see, they are just detached from here. Yeah, so I have to update everything. I have the special update functionality, and all the hangers just popping back to the needed position. Sometimes, you know, sometimes we have the situation where we have some structural beams or something above that we want to connect to something like this. Let's try to lower that a bit down. Yeah, so we have the possibility to connect my hanger right here. So I'm just taking the hanger, I'm using attach hangers vertically to the structural framing category. And as you see, all of the elements are connected to the floor, and one of them is connected to the structural framing that was just drawn immediately. Okay, I see that I have the question. Yes, Sam is asking, is your hanger work on fabrication item? No, we don't have any possibility to read the fabrication parts because they are not Revit families. They're just drawings without any configurations, any parameters. Like the parameters are just text parameters, so we cannot work with that. Yeah, so I'm getting back to my IDA. So that's how it is working with slope pipes. Usually, as if you can take a look right here, the clamp itself, it is placed perpendicularly, just the rod is rotated just straight to the top. So that is how it is working. Okay, another examples, what I wanted to show, it's the connection possibility. So how the hanger could be connected somewhere. So in this case, I have a floor right here. It's a generic floor, and I'm taking the ductwork, rectangular ductwork, and I'm gonna hang it and connect it to that floor. So I'm just inserting that into the model. Three elements, let it be, and all of those elements are just connected to needed position. As you can see, they are aligned to the bottom of this element, and they are connected to the top of this element. Another idea, what do we have here? It's a sloped floor. So let's take a look from the right side. As you can see, the floor is sloped and the ductwork is just horizontally laid here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use the same rule. And as you can see, the hangers are calculated. The distance to the deck is calculated. If I'm going to another example, I have here a structural foundation. So it's a structural foundation category. So once again, I'm using the same kind of rule, and I'm laying out my elements. So my hangers are just easily connected to my needed position. Okay, a bit more interesting example is when we have a double sloped roof or triple or whatever kind of sloped roof, and we want to connect our hangers to it. So once again, I'm using kind of the same tool. I'm just placing my hangers, and as you can see, my hangers are calculated. They are attached to the roof. Even if we have a hanger that is longer than 2 meters, we're adding a hexagonal nut right here just to extend the rod. So it's the technology of the family, nothing else. Yeah, I see the question. Okay, I see the question that I gonna answer in the end. It's Mikhail question about the changing the host. Roger is asking, is it possible to get the video of the webinar? Yes, of course. Yeah, and another question from Mikhail is, could you show what will be with the hanger if you connect one pipe in the center of another? Mikhail, please explain wider. I quite do not understand the situation. The hanger, if you connect one pipe in the center of another. So please describe that. And I'm getting back to my presentation right here. One more situation that we have right here, it's a structural framings and the ducts. So I'm taking those ducts, okay. I'm taking one duct and another. As you can see, I don't have a beam right here, I have a beam right here, and I want to connect my hangers just straightly to the structural framings, and the framing name is LightGouge Z. I'm inserting that into the model, and voila, what I have is layout of hangers. The hangers are connected just straightly under the beam center, and they are connected to that beam. So this is how you can work with the structural elements. One more really nice idea. Now what I have here, it's a line based on the reference planes. As you can see, this one is a line, just drawn the line on the reference plane that is named hangers to attach. If I'm going to show you in this section, you're gonna see that I have drawn hangers to attach reference plane, and those lines are connected there. And I'm taking just the ductwork, and I'm trying to make my configuration for that. Okay, I'm choosing the reference plane as a category to connect, and the intersection category lines, and intersection family and type lines. And I'm inserting that to the model. And as you can see, my hangers are just connected just to simple lines. So if you don't have any structure, or the structure is weird, like a few days ago I had the roof that is one family, and you cannot find the intersection between two elements like duct and the structural framing, because all the framings are in one family. So we are using just this functionality as a reference planes and lines. So this is the idea how you can work. I guess we have some questions. The question, yeah, I'm just rolling up. Jayanta is asking, can we connect pipe and duct to the same hanger? I will show you this example just after a few minutes. Sam is asking, okay, Sam is asking, is the hanger rod size based on the pipe size, or the insulation thickness added into it? Do you mean the diameter of the rod? If you mean the diameter, it is not predefined. We don't do any calculations inside of the software, so you can choose whatever family you need for whatever situation you have. So if you have insulated pipes, you can choose one hanger. If you have just simple pipes without insulation, you can easily choose another family. Kushan is asking, can we control the families with instance parameters? Yes, indeed, you can do. Ivan is asking, I think, okay, Ivan is just commenting on Mikhail's ideas, how the hangers will connect in place where two pipes intersect, like a T kind of connection or X when they go through one another. Um, okay, usually if we have such situations, let me try to explain that a bit. If I'm having something like this, so I have four different elements that I have to work with. What I'm doing right here, I'm just taking all of them and I'm inserting hangers, and all of these elements are individuals. I mean, we are working with them as the individual elements. So I'm taking the hangers, I'm saying that on each of these I'm gonna place two hangers, and I'm going to just to connect it somewhere. And I'm placing those hangers, and as you can see, one, two, so each of these elements are having only two hangers. If I'm telling that I have some distances between hangers, so it's gonna go with the distances of between hangers. Yeah, so that's the idea. I saw that we have more questions. Let's go here. Lars Johansson is asking, what if the structural beams are in linked model? So if we have a linked model, we can connect only to the category. I mean, you can connect to the floor, you can connect to the roof, you can connect to the slab, but you cannot choose the family. We cannot find the family in a linked file. I think in the near future, we're gonna put our smart hangers on a new engine where this possibility will be open. So I guess it's gonna be after the new year. But right now you can choose the category, not the family. Inga is asking, yeah, so Inga is asking, will it work with linked models? As I described before, yes, it's gonna work, but it can connect to any category. It can connect to floor, to roof, to slab, to wherever you have, but not the exact family. And yeah, we have one more idea. Um, Okay, Mikhail is telling me the story. He have the main sewer pipe with all hangers, and I need to connect another pipe to main line. Should I delete all hangers and after that connect pipe and remodel hangers? We have some automations, but if you're using T's, so that means you are splitting the element into two different elements. I mean, if you have something here, like if you had one element here and then you are splitting it, so it will apply once again the rule to both of them once again. If you had three hangers on this element, then you split it, so after the split you will have three hangers on this and three hangers on this. So you have to think about the workflow that you want to apply. Praveen is asking, can we insert hangers for the cable tray fittings? No, we are working only with line-based elements. Okay, I don't see more questions. I'm going back to Revit. Another example of the connection is here. So I'm just taking my ductwork insertion and I'm choosing the hanger. Once again, you saw already this, and I'm taking the rule. So as you can see, I can connect to any category. What will be found in this way. As you can see, I connected to the floor, I connected to the roof, and I connected to the foundation slab. So this is how it is working in real life. Like I have lots of different categories above my ductwork, and I need to connect anyway somewhere. it to connect. So I'm using the rules to connect anywhere, for example. Okay, a bit different story is about the wall hangers that we have right here. I have a ductwork right here, and I have a wall nearby, and we have some rules in the families that can handle this situation. I'm just taking the one of these elements, and I'm telling that I need to lay out fixed number and to connect to walls. Let's take a look. So I connected my elements straightly to the wall element. They are sized, etc. Another great example is here that when we have two different walls nearby. So how the tool will gonna react about this? I'm taking the same rule. I'm trying to find the nearest wall to that ductwork, and as you can see, it found that one. But if I'm moving this element, for example, and the distance will be bigger than the distance to another wall, now you're gonna update that model. It's gonna find another wall to connect, because it is much easier to connect this one instead of that one. Yeah, so that's the idea. Connect to the columns, for example. I have such situation. I'm taking the ductwork once again, and instead of connecting that to just simply to the wall, I'm asking the solution to connect my my hangers, my supports straightly to the walls. Sorry, to the columns. Yeah, so that's about the connection. So we had spacing, we had sizing, we had insulations, we had slopes, we had all different connections right here. And now we're moving to some multi-run hangers that can be handled with the software. In the meantime, I have a few questions. Krishan is asking, is it possible for flex ducts, flex pipes? No, it's not possible. Okay, Vishal is asking if we have different elevation elements, how we connect hangers. So it's not a big deal. So you just, for example, let's try to do that. Okay, I'm having this element like this. I'm copying that and pasting it somewhere here. Just make sure that something will fit. And as you can see, I have two different elements, and this element gonna be placed at a bit over it. Let's take this look. Okay, it's too far away. Okay, so I have two different elevations, and if I'm taking one of the hangers, this is my pipe. I'm going to the pipes, I'm inserting the pipes, and I'm taking one of the hangers that I have, and I'm trying to connect them. One hanger is connected to this element, and another is connected to that one. Yeah, so that's, I guess that's the answer to your question. Okay, I'm taking one more time. I'm taking this. I'm laying out my hangers, and right now it's the example of multi-run or multi-stack hangers. So I have this situation. What I can do, I can easily go to Command tab, select all the hangers, and I have left and right parameters, so I can fulfill those parameters to to stretch my hanger left or right. As you can see, I just stretched my hanger, and I just put my hangers under all the pipes that we have here. Another situation, as was asked before, right here, I have ductwork. I'm going to the ductwork. I'm taking the hanger once again, and I'm choosing one of these. I'm connecting it to the floor above. Just easy situation. And I have one element that is connected and that is sized. So I can go to the common, I can select my hangers, and I can use once again the same parameter, stretch it somewhere. Okay, I see that the hanger is too big. I'm just changing left. I can change the right one, so it doesn't matter. So you can work in a way, in this way with the software. You can stretch your hangers left and right. And I see that we have some questions. Okay, Kirshan is asking one more question about use of custom hangers. So, of custom families. So you can use your families. They have to be phase-based first, and they have to be structural connection too, and they have to have few. They have to have few parameters like in the families we do have a distance to deck. This is the calculation that allows you to calculate distance from the rod bottom to the rod top, and we have some parameters that are controlling left and right things. Yeah, so that's the idea. Yeah, Pradeep is asking how we can connect rectangular ducts to walls. So you can do that easily, just pick another family. Um, how we connect equipment, Vishal is asking. We don't connect equipment, we just work with line-based elements like ducts, pipes, cable trays, and conduits. Sam is asking, I need my hanger rod overrun 1 inch into the slab. Is that possible? Yes, that is possible. That's only the family thing. Yeah. Deepak is asking, AJCAD tools are free or is chargeable? So we have few tools that are free. You can find them in our store. So we have cut opening free, we have a smart browser free, and we have the smart select free. All the other tools are payable. So we have two different parts of the tools. We have BIM solutions that are big ones, and we have just simple tools that are small ones, just to do some small things. So the hangers are in the top part. Yeah, we have more questions. Let's take a look over there. Can you connect to a wall and a roof with the same hanger? Jeff is asking. Thank you, Jeff, for the question. Really good question. We have special hangers. I don't remember where I do have them. As you can see right here in this picture, we can connect to the top and to the side. I guess this one can connect there only. As you can see, this hanger can connect to the top and to the wall. This only to the top, this only to the top. Yeah, so we have several example families that can do the thing that you just asked me. Yeah, so that was about the multi-run hangers, how we can work with that. Another example is here, multi-level hangers. So I'm just taking one of these. This is my cable tray. I'm inserting the hanger right here, and I'm taking this. Yeah, I'm taking this. I'm connecting it to the top. As you can see, I have placed only the bottom plate and the rods. So the next step is to take those cable trays and just take a bit another rule. I'm taking another family. It's only unistrut without rods. Yeah, so this is my my family, and instead of that rule, I'm just taking another rule just to connect to structural framing line-based U channel that is inside of this family. So this is my U channel, and I gonna place my elements, my unistruts, just under them, and I'm inserting that into the model, and voila. This is what we have. This is multi-level hanger that we have inside of this tool. Another example, then we have different sizes. So I'm using just the same idea. I'm just taking the same rule. I'm taking the same family at the bottom. I'm laying out that family, as you can see here, and I'm taking the top elements. and I'm using a bit another family as before, the Unistrut, and I'm trying to connect at the M-plane channel, line-based U channel, and I'm inserting that to the model. They are exactly at the same position as the previous ones. As you can see, even the bolts are fitting perfectly. So what I'm doing in this situation, I'm just going to the common. I'm selecting the hangers. I know the distance between this hanger is this cable tray is 300, this cable tray is 600, so the difference is 300. So I'm just writing 300 over there, and I'm extending my my cable trays in such a way. So if take a look from the closer look, as you can see, these cable trays are hanged just perfectly. Yeah, I'm happy to see that. I don't know what about here. What about multi-run and multi level hangers? So again, the same story. I'm taking that one. The line-based element, I'm inserting my families. Okay, yes, I have laid them. I'm going to the common. I'm just selecting the hangers and I'm stretching them left and right. Okay, I'm taking another level. I'm going to the same rule. I'm taking another hanger, so it's only the plate. I'm taking another rule. I'm placing that in accordance to that rule. I'm selecting my elements on the host, and I'm just stretching to the same position. Yes. So this is how I do work with my elements that should be multi-run and multi-level hangers. Yeah, I see that we have questions. Let's take a look. Yeah, so I have the question from Jayanta. The question sounds like this: can we have a schedule of the use hangers? Yes, of course, no problem. So you can do the schedule. All our hangers are placed under structural connection category. And you can take any parameter of our family. For example, if you need a width, if you need a height, if you need a slope, or whatever you need. So we just creating, okay, the family, family and type, distance to wall, distance to deck, wherever you have. So we're placing that. As you can see, the distance to deck mean the distance between the element and the connection point, like a slab or floor. We have some widths and heights when we have a rectangular element. When we have a round element, you know, we're getting a bit different parameters like diameter, etc., etc. Yeah, so you can do these things. Okay, Mikhail is asking what will be the hangers if you move the pipe or duct. So they are moved together because they are hosted families. So I'm taking this one and I'm moving it left, and I'm moving that right, and I'm moving that down. So as you can see, the hangers stay at the current position. Yeah, we have Pradeep is asking, what about the multidiscipline hangers? So the last my example looks like this. So I have such layout of my line-based MEP element. So again, I'm using kind of the same idea of working. I'm taking the family, I'm laying out with some needed information here. I'm selecting the hanger and I'm stretching it left or right. So in my case, it's 1 and 8 meter. I'm taking another one I'm going with the same rule as before. I'm putting the same Unistrut family, just another rule. Okay, and I'm selecting that and stretching to needed position. Okay, I have the pipes down below. I'm taking the pipe hangers, the tool for the pipes. I'm taking the pipe hanger and I'm placing just under those elements. As you can see, I placed only one. Okay, I did not connect them. Let's try once again. Taking that one, I'm connecting to the structural framing, and U-channel. Okay, so I connected now. As you can see, it is connected here. I'm taking them and I'm stretching that left. Looks like okay. Okay, so that's how you do this one. I'm taking another hanger. It's another another pipe. I'm taking the hanger here, and I'm taking the rule. I'm inserting that into the model. So as you can see, the hangers are just connected to the needed position. Okay, I'm having a duct. I'm going to the duct work. I'm inserting the duct work, and again, I'm choosing one of these hangers. I would like to connect it somewhere to the structural framing with the name of U-channel. As you can see, they are connected. Let's take a look from the front. As you can see, all the elements are hanged one to another and one to another. Yeah, so that's the exact workflow that I'm using to make multidisciplinary hangers. Yeah, so I answered the question for Pradeep. Praveen is asking, can you explain the multi-level hangers, the bigger cable tray at the top and the smaller trays at the bottom, but the smaller supports? So that's exactly the same I showed to you here. It's exactly the same. Okay, Marius is just telling, I'm trying to understand. Your previous multi-level with 600 and 300 above, how to add rods to 300 wide unistruts that are missing on opposite ends. Okay, do you need it somewhere here, or what is the requirement? Like, if you can show me the requirement, I can try to make that hanger. Yeah, so Marius, thanks for your question. I guess you have my email, and you can just drop to me an email, and I'll try to figure that out. Mikhail is asking, is it possible to pin hanger to pipe or duct? I don't know, I pin it, but yeah, I can't move it. And if I move this element, it is moving anyway. So I don't know. I can pin the hanger itself, but I don't know what is the exact meaning of your question. How you want to work with. Pradeep is asking, these families are included in the software. Yes, these families that I'm working with, they are the families that are included. By the way, you can prepare your own families. So we have only few few tips how to do that on your end. By the way, we are giving the training session on the software, and one of the themes are how to prepare your hangers and supports. So right here you can see that we have few tips. Like the first tip is phase-based template, the second tip is structural connection, the third tip is to use our shear parameter file, and just to get the diameter, width or height of the element, and the distance to deck or distance to wall. So you can easily work with your families, I guess. Okay, let's move forward. Mikhail is saying cool. Yeah, thank you, Mikhail. Okay, another question from Chianta. Okay, will the hanger continue if we run the duct or pipe multi-directions starting from old one? Yeah, if you're working with the old one, for example, I'm taking the duct work, I'm placing it somewhere here, I'm placing a few hangers on it, just these, okay. Okay, as you can see, I have such layout. Okay, I used fixed number, sorry. Let's use the distance between elements. Let's use the distance. Okay, let's try with the distance. As you can see, I have 13 elements. I'm extending my element, and what I'm doing, I have the update functionality, and after the update, it is recalculating everything. It knows the same host, and it is trying to use the same rule because it remembers the layout rule. For example, as previously, I had only 3 hangers. Oops, where is that? Okay, the answer is here. For example, I chosen to use only fixed number, like 3 hangers per element, and I'm just stretching it, sorry, and I'm trying to stretch it back to this size. As you can see, the hangers remain there, but we have the update functionality, and we are updating hangers just to pop back on the needed position, on the needed host. Yeah, so thanks for the question, really good question. Yeah, I'm going further to the questions. Marius is asking once again, okay, but if you don't want to stretch across, how do you add the rods on ends that don't have? If you don't want to stretch, you just use the same hanger as I used before. So for example, where is it, my multi-run hangers, multi-level maybe. So instead of those, you say, I can use another hanger, wherever I can prepare my hanger with. As you can see, I don't have hangers. I'm going to cable trace. I'm trying to take another family. So I can choose only family with 1 rod instead of 2 rods, as you can see. Yeah. Is that the idea you need to know? I have 1 rod over there. I have 1 rod here, and I have 2, like a rod over there. I guess that was the question. Okay, Vishal is asking. Vishal is asking if the elements are not a same direction each other in that case. I do not understand the question, Vishal. Please just do something. Yeah, Praveen is telling that he got all the questions now. Thank you. No problem. That's my job. Steve is saying thank you. Bye. Steve, goodbye. Marius is telling that yes, this is exactly what he needed. Yeah, Pradeep is asking what is the price of the software in US dollars. Um, yeah, I'm not the sales guy, so I don't really know what is the price today. Jayant is asking, that's nice, thank you. Okay, so thank you for you and have a nice day then. Uh, Vishal is asking, multi-service. If elements are not the same direction each hour in that case, um, in the multi-service, I don't know. We have to think about that. You can just drop to me an email with Revit model with just a example of Revit model, and I can try it by myself, or anytime you guys can go to our webpage. It's ha-can.com, and you can just go somewhere to the free trials. Choose one of these versions, 18, 17, or 16. Download the tool, and you're gonna see the tool right here in your Revit environment, so you can just easily try by yourself. Okay, Vishal is explaining me duct run in X direction and pipe in Y direction. I don't see any problems here. I don't see any. Yeah. Yes, okay. Do we have more questions, guys? I guess I answered lots of them. But if you have any, just try them. Okay, so this is my email. If you hesitate to write some messages today, right here in this webinar, don't hesitate to contact me via email, and I'm gonna answer all the outstanding questions as soon as possible, as fast as possible. Yeah, and I have one more question from Sam. Any plan in the future for fabrication items? Yes, we have plans. We have plans, not today, not tomorrow, but yes, we do. Okay, so I'm ending my presentation, and I would like to say thank you all for attending. I would like to thank our resellers from the whole world that they invited their customers to this webinar. Today we have had really lots of people on this webinar, and I'm really glad to see that. So thank you all. Take care and have a nice day and goodbye. See you later next time.